What's going on, guys? King JRBDG here, and today I'm coming at you with another King's Corner. It is 5/7/13, and before I get into today's topic, I wanted to do a little, I don't know, pre-show, prelude kind of deal, just some information floating around. First, me and a buddy were talking, and I think there is a new series that should be coming to the channel, kind of it should be like a weekly music review, kind of just giving you guys, new music that you can listen to, our opinion on certain music, whether it's good or bad, stuff like that. And that'll be handled by Adam 500 for most of the point. We're still working out kinks on when he's going to do it and that kind of stuff. Also, I wanted to do a couple shout-outs, just because, for a while, I lost my spark in doing this. I lost my way in doing it, really. I just kind of put it off, didn't care. It was taking about months in between videos. And due to certain people who, just commented and said how good it was, and they really enjoyed it, stuff like that, it really gave me purpose to do it again. So I'm pretty sure y'all know who you are, and thank you. It means a lot, and you got me doing it again, because this is, I think, the third one I've put out in 2 weeks, and I think that's like a record. It's just kind of sad, but it is, so whatever. Alright, now, into the topic. I'm going to come back to the little information, because I may have forgot something. Just throw that in when I remember it. So the topic is, I don't even know how to present this as a topic. This is more just something I want to talk about. And that's the fact of how dictated and how influential the media is, the mass media is, in everyday lives. I did a video a long time ago with my buddy Adam 500 on rap music and how influential that is and stuff like that. But I'm going beyond that. I'm going about TV, news, governance, all that kind of stuff. Everything, every influential thing that you hear about, whether it's CNN, Fox, going through music, and hell, even these YouTube videos. Even what I'm doing, it's influential. It's media. The only difference is I have a different stance on it, and I'm not cramming it down your throats. Most of these media people are, which takes me directly into my issue, which is the fact that all of them cram stories down our throats non-stop. Whether it's... And it's never anything good, is it? It's never anything good. Never. You'll get your story here and there that's good and positive, but it's not. They're not cramming it down your throats like they do with half the crap. I mean, really think about it. What's always the top stories? Bullying, somebody killing themselves, murder, tragedies that happen. You ever hear about anything good? And if you do, it's like a 3-minute segment, and boom, it's done. Nobody cares anymore. So I have a real big issue with this. And another thing that I have an issue with is the fact that because of what they cram down our throats, most people don't think for themselves, and they don't form an honest opinion based off of their own research and their own knowledge, and they take what the TV gives them and acts like that's all that's out there. And I see a big issue with this. For instance, most of you, I guarantee every one of you have heard of Amanda Todd. Whether or not you know her story or know what happened, I'm pretty sure you've heard her name. Now, for any of you who haven't, first off, you're lucky that you haven't. Second, she was a girl, I forget how old, teenager, 14, 15, something like that. She flashed guys over the internet because she needed attention. I forget whether they recorded it or if they just were telling people about it, and because of it, she was getting bullied, stuff like that, or, let me rephrase it, bullied. She tried to have sex with some girl's boyfriend, and then the girl beat her up, and she made that into a big deal. Are you stupid or something? You don't do that. You don't try to get somebody's boyfriend to cheat on them, and then say it's bullying when they beat you up. That's it. No, you just no. You did something wrong to this person, something extremely wrong, and the simple fact that it didn't go through the way you wanted, and they reacted with violence, is not bullying. It's simply defending themselves in a way, and that's the way I look at it. They're defending a relationship by physically showing you not to mess with it. So I look at it. I think it's right. You may not agree, but, well, you're watching my video. Comment. Tell me you don't agree. We'll talk. And these are the kind of things, and I'm talking, oh, and, yeah, so she was bullied, I don't know, she was, like, stalked or something by people online. Now, why would you put your information online, like, that much, just to be free to the internet, and expect anything good to come up? You would put your address, your phone number, your city, your school, all that crap on your Facebook, and keep it private, and add people you know. That's a different story. I do that I'd have most of my stuff on Facebook. Why? Because everyone I have added on there, I know. Or I know through people. I'm not worried about anybody, like, using that information against me. Because I'm smart. You have to think about it. You have to really, like, it's not even that hard to think about. It's common sense, pretty much. It's common knowledge. But, I don't know, some people are just freaking stupid, and they can't comprehend the fact that information not protected over the internet can be seen by anyone, and most of the time, even protected information can be seen by somebody with the right skill set. So, it's always taking a risk, but we all do it, and it's not going to change. I get really off topic. So back to what's her face. She got bullied, she got stalked or something. She tried to switch schools, that didn't work, kept happening. Like, she never stopped. She kept doing what she was doing and expected it to get better. Like, I don't understand. She finally got fed up, made some sad, attention-seeking YouTube video with note cards about how she was bullied in her story. And then she went and drank bleach and killed herself. No. I'm sorry, guys. I just laugh because, well, she drank bleach and killed herself. Like, what? I have never... And this is a different topic for a different day, and I'm going to cover this. Hold on, guys, because I keep a little note card on my laptop with all my topics that I need to cover, and if I don't put this down, I'm going to forget. So I'm going to just type this down right now, so I can remember to do it in a later video. And then what I never understood is self-harm and cutting and all that kind of bullcrap. It's just stupid, it's ridiculous, it's pointless. Don't tell me you have a reason, because you don't. Alright? You don't. You simply don't. There is nothing that drives you to the point where you need to physically harm yourself to get any kind of satisfaction. If there is, you need to seek help, because it result in bad things, and it's a chance that you're going to die, alright? Just stop making excuses, and fix it. Enough on that for now. Come back to that later in a different video. So, the chick killed herself, and it got massive attention. It spread this whole anti-bullying thing. People all of a sudden, like, noticed it. Like, did they not think bullying was happening? Like, did they just think that the world was all happy and flowery and good and rainbows and, like, what? I don't understand. Like, how are you that ignorant to things that most people would take as basic understanding of the world, I guess. Yeah. Like, whether or not you know it was that bad, I can understand, but you should simply understand the fact that it might be there. Like, the bullying might be present. So if you need to address it, address it. I'm getting so far off topic. Who cares? I'm rolling with it. So, sorry, I gotta switch. I can never stay in the same position for a while. I just get fidgety. So back to the media, which is where I started on this. What I was trying to say was, it just annoys me how they cram this stuff down your throats. And like I was saying about with Amanda Todd, they used it. Sorry, guys. Sorry. They used it to just spark this entire giant anti-bullying campaign. And it became into this giant thing, and like I said, almost everybody knows about it, and all that. But I personally don't see it as that much of a tragedy. And I'll tell you why. I know that sounds really wrong and really mean, and I'm sorry that my phone just went off. But I really don't, and I need to check this. I'm just sorry. But in all honesty, alright guys, I'm gonna be right back. I think I could pause this without interrupting the video. So, Alright, I'm back. Even though that was like no time whatsoever in your time, that was like 5 minutes in my time. Because I had to go take care of something. Sorry. So what I was talking about was the whole anti-bullying, or the media thing. And how it's, I don't think that it's right. And they constantly shove these certain issues down the public's throat and are so influential that, but nobody even notices it. I don't want to say nobody, but most people don't notice it. Like, they take a story and rip out the part that they can use for their own good, not their own good, for their own benefit, and what they think they can make money off of, what will get ratings and make people feel, so they want to keep following the story and want to make it do all this stuff, everything that will make them money, and they put that out there, but they take this, what's left over of the story, and they just throw it out like it never happened. Like, I had to do research on this whole Amanda Todd thing, because I didn't realize what happened beforehand. I didn't realize that she brought the bullying on herself. I didn't know that. Why? Because the news networks and all the reports on the internet, nobody put that out there. Alright? But, well, not nobody, because I obviously found it somehow. But most people didn't put that out there. Why? Because they knew that people wouldn't feel as bad when they realized that she was the cause. It's a trickle-down effect. You don't start something here and expect it to just stop. No, it goes down and it's going to get bigger and bigger. Like, it's not a trickle down, like a snowball effect. Yeah, like you roll a snowball down a hill and it just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger till it's too much to handle, right? Well, that's kind of what happened with her. They don't, like, they emphasize so much on certain things just because they know it'll be controversial or it'll spark emotion in the public and they can use that to their benefit. People die every day. People are murdered every day. People are raped every day. But do they cover all of it? No. Why? Because if it's not going to make money for the media, then they don't need it for anything. And I don't know why I'm doing this. Alright? Don't see this. Hand signal, don't do that. It's, no. 666. And 6, 6, 6. And I don't like doing it, but I just talk with my hands. Sometimes I end up doing it. Don't pay any attention to that. Jeez, I get off topic a lot. Shoving it down your throat, yes. So, unless it makes them money, they don't care. Alright? That's pretty much end all how it all goes. And it's really sad because then people are so misconstrued. What word is it? One of them. They're misled about what actually happened. Influenced into thinking the wrong things. But by the time they notice, there's nothing they can do. There's nothing they can do. I mean, it's so ridiculous that, and like, here's the thing. It sucks that I had to stop this video for a minute, because I had a lot of thoughts up here that were all going to come out. I was going to make an argument. It was going to make a lot of sense. I'm sorry if I'm looking like I'm talking weird. I just ate chips and they're like salt and vinegar. See, I just bagged. All like stuck in my teeth in the back, so I'm trying to like pick it out with my tongue because they're annoying. And that's kind of nasty, but I don't want you to think I'm like talking like this. Yeah. No, I'm trying to do something. Whoa. Yeah, they throw you off topic and all that kind of crap. It's so... It's like... I said about the trickle-down effect earlier, but in reality, this is where the trickle-down effect starts. Like, up here... Hold on, I'm trying to get in camera here. It starts up here, and one of these, and like, this giant corporation, like Fox or something like that, spreads it. And then it goes to these like little news stations, and they misconstrue it, and they spread it down to us. And by the time it gets down here, it's nothing like it was originally. It's so unleading, and so wrong, and so useless that, I mean, we'd be better off not knowing anything about it at all. But we can't not know. Why? Because we are so obsessed with media and what the TV has to tell us, like it's the master of all things. And they know this. And they tell us these stories, they tell us these tragedies, so we want to keep coming back and keep watching and keep just doing the same thing day in and day out, just tune to their televisions to boost their ratings, make them money, and that's all they want. They don't care about you, they don't care about me, and chances are, most of them at the top don't care about the tragedies that they're reporting on, alright? The death, did they care about that? Not at all. What did they care about? The money that they made, alright? The Boston bombing. Did they care about that? If one of their family members was hurt, they might have, but overall, did they care about it? No. They care about the money it made for people constantly sitting there and watching 24/7 to know every single update that happened. Alright? That's my issue. They don't care about the general public. There is no well-being intended for us. They only care about themselves and their wallets. Why? Because they're greedy, money-hungry losers. Alright? I don't really know a better way to put it. I had it in my head and then I lost it again. Alright? I look at mainstream media on the same level as I look at politicians. Anybody who's talked to me for a decent amount of time knows how I feel about politicians, and I might be making a video about that soon. They're just useless, alright? They should burn in hell for half the crap they do. They should be fed to mice till they can just eat away at them bit by bit because they're useless and they don't care at all. And the thing is that the images they put out, this mainstream media, this image of trying to, like, for instance, music, they like, in music, TV, and all of it, they give like teenage girls this image of what they should look like and what they should do and how they should act, and then they go out and they get misled by it, and then they do crap like show themselves on the internet and they get bullied, and what does it do? It leads to their death. And what does the media then do? They take the death, turn it around, and make more profit off of it. Now do you see my point? Now do you see why I have such an issue with how influential we are? Alright? Now do you see it? Because everything is a cycle. They take it, they influence people in a way where they know it'll eventually come around and they can use it back at us. It's all planned. And if you don't believe me, you're stupid. And I mean that with every fiber of my being. If you don't see that there's some kind of issue and you just think this is all coincidence and it's not planned, you need to get your head checked out. Because there's no way you're going to sit there and tell me that this media is only trying to give us what's good for us. They don't care. Alright? They have the money to do whatever they want. You think that if something would happen and they had an issue, you think that they would be in trouble? You think that they would give out their money for us so we would be good? The general public? No, they would go on their jet, they would hide in their mansion, they would sit there with their, whatever they have, their pool, whatever, because they got billions, or not billions, but millions and millions of dollars from what they do, and they don't give a damn about us, alright? I've rambled on for long enough. I don't know whether to label this about bullying or freaking media. It's just so ridiculous. But I hope you can see my point. Oh, and another thing. Why do people only care? And I think I brought this up already, but I'm going to emphasize it. Why do people only care about the stories that the media brings up? Why can't they go and find stuff on their own that happened and bring that up? Why do they only look at what the TV and the news have to say? Like, not on a certain subject, but as a subject overall. Like, why are we incapable as a species, not as a species, as a public, to find information on our own? We are so, it's like ingrained in our brains, in our society, that the news and the television is our only source of information, and that's like what we have to go to find everything that we need to know, and that's it. And I have a kind of bit of an issue with this, because it's just really, really wrong, and I feel like that we should just be able to be more free-thinking people who aren't just as influenced as we are. And I'm not saying that I'm above that influence, because I am somewhat influenced, whether I know it or not. I try my best to space myself from it because I can understand what it does. But that doesn't mean I'm completely aware. So don't feel as if me bashing down on everyone else because I'm just as much of a victim as everyone else. It's just that I might recognize it a little bit. Alright, that's all I got from now, guys. Leave your comments, leave your thoughts. If you don't agree with me, you'll probably be mad because I called you stupid and idiotic. So, that's all. I'm out. Peace.